All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeremy, and this is the Quicksand Tacoma. Please don't forget to subscribe. We really appreciate that. Today, we're back inside. I've got a couple truck mods coming, but they just haven't arrived yet. So, back inside, and today we're going to be talking about my new toy, this Jackery 240. So, little backstory before we open this up and we talk about it a little bit more. I had a Dometic fridge and I had a Goal Zero Yeti 400. I loved it. The Yeti was great. It did take a little bit of figuring out how much solar and figuring out how I could run that fridge for my family while we were out camping long term or for a couple days at a time. But my family and I have recently purchased a camper, so we're kind of going a different route. And I sold the Dometic and I sold the Yeti 400 with it. And then more recently, we kind of got to the point where we thought we were going to need something like this with the camper. It does have power, it does have solar. I'm going to do a walkthrough of that camper in the spring once we get it picked up and everything. But we are going to need something for a couple reasons. To charge things at the camper, at the campsite. And I still am going to do some overlanding just with my truck and some camping just with my truck. And so I need a way to charge some things other than just with the vehicle. I will end up charging some GoPro batteries, potentially my MacBook, if the boys are with us, potentially some tablets and things like that. So I did a bunch of research. I did not need a charging station as big as the Yeti 400. I'd had my eye on the Jackery for quite a while. The reviews are great. Last Line of Defense YouTube page did a review on the Jackery 1000, and I was really impressed with that. He is tested, obviously, beyond the means for a lot of us, and so if it works for them, for him, it's probably going to work for what I need. I didn't need the 1000. The 500 was probably a little bit much more than I was looking to spend at the time. So I think that the 240 is going to work for what we need it to do. So this is a portable power station. If you've never seen them before, you can plug things into them and charge them. You charge the unit itself, and then you take that with you, and it charges anything that you need to charge. It has a LCD screen I'll show you in a minute. It's got a car port or a 12 volt port. It's got the USB-A. It's got the DC in for how you charge it, whether you're charging it from your vehicle, from your home, or whether you're charging it with some solar. And it's got one AC outlet. So the packaging is really nice. I purchased from Amazon, but it came nice compact box here, and it came with some really nice packaging. It was really secure, so I was happy with that. Inside the box, I opened it up just so I could make sure that it was charged for this video. Comes with this really nice little pouch. In the pouch are two cords. So the power cord that you would use to plug into your home or the accessory in your vehicle, which I will end up doing in my truck. And it also has the 12 volts, so you could power it that way as well if you needed to or you wanted to. I do have the outlet in the rear of the truck, so that's one way that I could do that. But kind of comes in a nice little pouch. You can store that away nice and safe without having cords all over the place. Then you have the unit itself. It comes, again, packaged really nice with some foam on the sides. You can see that this is a pretty small unit, all self-enclosed here with a really nice strong handle on top. It is not very heavy. I will give you a weight. I'll give you a weight and I'll measure and give you the exact dimensions in just a second. First, I want to talk about some of the things that I like about this. I like that everything is all on the front. Some of the power stations out there have different ports on different sides and things like that, and I like that wherever you're storing this or wherever you're using this, everything is right on the front. It has, again, a really nice LCD display, so if you turn on that display, it basically tells you the percentage that you have left. It tells you what the input and what the output is. So if you're using solar or you're charging it, it tells you how many watts is going in. And if you're charging something, it tells you how much is going out. And you can turn that screen off to kind of save power as well. It has the 12 volt. Each one of these, there is a power. So if you're not using it, you just click the little button and that turns it off. So you can conserve some power there as well. It has one AC. That's probably the only downfall. Well, that's one of the downfalls. The other downfall is that it doesn't have a USB-C. The newer Jackery 500 and Jackery 1000 have the USB-C, which is a lot of things are going to that charging. But it does have the two USB ports, which I think for my purposes will be good. It says that it takes from empty or from zero, it takes about 6.5 hours to charge this fully from a wall charger. Same thing for your car charger. If you're using solar, it will take a 60 watt solar panel about 7 hours to charge, obviously depending on your weather and your sunlight. And if you're using a generator, which I won't be using, but it says it'll take about 6.5 hours to charge this on a generator. Another slight downfall is it only has the 8mm input. It does not have the Anderson power pole that a lot of solar input does have. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I will use the solar, if I will use the solar, but it would be nice that if they went with on the 240, if they would put the Anderson power pole port on there as well. But again, like I said, I'm not powering major appliances or heated blankets or fridges or things like that. This is really just kind of an accessory battery for us for charging little things, possibly phones, GoPro batteries. So this Jackery 240 weighs just about 6 pounds, so it's really very light and very portable. Could take it anywhere. It's about 8 inches wide with the handle included. It's about 8 inches tall and it's about 5 inches deep. So if you're trying to see if it will fit in a specific space, those are the dimensions. Again, this is the Jackery 240. They make a Jackery 160, they make a 300, a 500, and a 1000 for this same product. They do make different solar options. They make a 60 watt and a 100 watt as well. Some other different solar options out there. So I purchased this. I got this myself. I've tried the Yeti Goal Zero Yeti 400, which is another competitor. Very strong product. I liked it a lot. Just didn't have a use for it just didn't have a use for it anymore. Read a lot of really good reviews, was kind of turned on to this by some other YouTube guys doing some overlanding and some off-roading and things, and so that's how I landed on this one. I'm hopeful that this will give me enough power for what I need. If it doesn't, I'll think about adding some solar, or think about adding or possibly grabbing one that's a little bit larger. But for now, I'm excited to give this one a try and see how it works for us.